that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Woo! Well, y'all.
Thank you, Sejun. Now we invite you to please take your seats as we proceed with today's commencement ceremony. It is now my great pleasure to welcome to the podium the Chancellor of the University of California, Merced, Dr. Juan Sanchez Munoz.
Thank you, Provost Damad. How about one more hand for Sejun? Good morning and welcome graduating students, family and friends, faculty, staff, and university well-wishers to your 2026 commencement. The assembled leadership of UC Merced and distinguished guests are with us this morning, and so I'd like to name them and ask them to please remain standing as I call on all of their names, and may I ask you to withhold your applause until all are standing. Let me begin with University of California Regent and former astronaut Jose Hernandez. Miguel Craven, University of California Student Regent and UC Merced Alumni, Class of 2025. Dr. Betsy Dumont, Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost. Nick Dugan, Vice Chancellor and Chief Information Officer. Dr. Tonastino Segura, Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs. Dr. Dan Okoli, Vice Chancellor and Chief Operating Officer. Dr. Kurt Sneer, Vice Chancellor and Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Jillian Wilson, Vice Chancellor for Research, Innovation, and Economic Development. Corey Lucero, Assistant Chancellor and Chief of Staff. Dr. Rakesh Goel, Dean of the School of Engineering. Dr. Michael Finlander, Interim Dean of the School of Natural Sciences. Annette Roberts Webb, Dean of Professional and Continuing Education. Dr. Harant Harashian, Vice Provost and Graduate Dean. Dr. Tom Hansford, Vice Provost for Academic Personnel. Dr. Christine Spitzmuller, Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and Strategy. Haipong Lee, University Librarian. Cesar Alvarado Gill, Chief Campus Counsel. Dr. Kevin Mitchell, Professor and Academic Senate Chair. Dr. Zenaida Giri Munoz, Professor and First Lady. And Miguel Lopez, UC Merced Alumni Association Board President. Thank you for joining us this morning to witness this important moment. Please join me in a round of applause. Thank you. Students and guests, among the greatest satisfactions we have in the academy in this profession is to help guide our students as they learn, as they grow, as they graduate and step into their remarkable lives beyond this university, this remarkable university. Henry David Thoreau reminds us of this when he wrote, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined." And these faculty have helped you to imagine it. So many faculty members here have taught and mentored you during your time at UC Merced, and I'd like us to take a moment to recognize these tremendous educators for their commitment to excellence and for imparting their singular knowledge and love of learning to the graduates we are celebrating here this morning. So let me please ask that the members of the faculty at UC Merced to please stand so that we can appropriately recognize them. Thank you very much. These are among the most distinguished scholars in their field anywhere in the world. U.S. News and World Report, top 25, just saying. Now, let us also acknowledge the tremendous staff professionals without whom no university can support excellence in teaching, research, and student success. And you'll see our staff all over the field with yellow shirts and blue vests. And so if you're a staff member, let me ask you to wave your hand or say, identify yourself so that we can say thank you. So, family and friends of these graduating students, I'd like us to also take a moment to recognize all of you here on this field and the role that you've played in making today's achievement for these young people possible. Your support has been utterly critical, and I encourage our graduates today and throughout your lives to always give thanks to those who have helped you along your journey. So let me ask our students to very quickly stand up and to turn around and thank your families and friends for being here. Up, turn around, and thank them for being here for you this morning. Thank you very much. Please have your seats. So, graduating students, again, congratulations and welcome to your 2026 commencement ceremony. Today is a day to focus on you, your accomplishments, your success, and your incredibly bright futures. And now you graduate from one of the greatest campuses of the greatest research system of higher ed in the world. You are also graduating from UC Merced at a very historic time. Its 20th anniversary since the university's beginning. And to put a bow on this anniversary year, we've invited back UC Merced alumni to deliver the keynote at all three of our commencement ceremonies. Indeed, it wasn't very long that they were sitting, not here, because this didn't exist 20 years ago. They were sitting over there in a much smaller space, just like you are this morning. And I, for one, am very excited to hear firsthand how UC Merced prepared them with the tools and the skills and the disposition and the resolve and the resilience to forge their own respective path to success. Indeed, to be a part of this climate and culture of rigor from the beginning, you've no doubt overcome many obstacles and challenges, and you leave UC Merced, we're confident of that, more prepared than ever to succeed in your careers and, as importantly, throughout your lives. You're setting out to make your mark in a world that desperately needs your ideas. It's a world that needs your compassion. It's a world that needs your willingness to explore, to challenge, and to solve the pressing problems of the day with dignity, with clarity, and with purpose. Some of you may have come to UC Merced with competing priorities and challenges in your life. So let me ask you, this is now participation period. If you worked while you had to earn your degree at UC Merced, let me ask you to just quickly stand up and remain standing if you had to work. If you had to help your family while you were at UC Merced, let me ask you to stand up and remain standing. If you're a first-generation college student, let me ask you to stand up and remain standing. If you transferred to UC Merced from one of our excellent community colleges, let me ask you to stand up and remain standing. Now, everyone who had to endure some kind of challenge to get that diploma this morning, that's all of you. Come on now, let me ask you to stand up. Faculty, friends, and family, join me in celebrating these incredible young people. Thank you very much. Please take your seat. And here's the point. Whatever your background, whatever your challenge, whatever your doubt, every one of you nurtured a profound faith in yourself. I'm reminded of a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, who once wrote, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny in compared to what lies within us." And you held fast to the belief of what lies within you, and that you had something important to accomplish and to contribute to your families, to your community, and the world by the attainment of an undergraduate degree from the University of California. And this is a rare and universally esteemed achievement. Whatever is your next step, embrace that intrepid spirit that is emblematic of UC Merced as you move on into your new lives and your careers. As Eleanor Roosevelt once challenged us, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And we at UC Merced most certainly believe in you. And so my role today as Chancellor of UC Merced, indeed my great honor and privilege, is to congratulate each of you on behalf of this truly remarkable university, whose motto is Fiat Lux, let there be light. Let there be light. Therefore, Be the light that questions. Be the light that inspires. Be the light that transforms the world. And so it is with heartfelt joy for you and for your loved ones here this morning, and with great hope for our shared future, that I say again, congratulations and go Bobcats. Thank you. Now it's my honor to introduce our keynote speaker, Christine Lindblom, the Regional Director of Campos EPC, a major energy infrastructure firm, and founder of Lindblom Engineering LLC, her own firm. A proud alumni of the class of 2011, she joined on stage today by her spouse, Jared Lindblom, who is also a proud 2011 alumni of UC Merced. I wonder where you met. No. She began her journey here as a first-generation mechanical engineering student and has since built an impressive career spanning almost 15 years in the engineering and energy infrastructure industry. After earning her bachelor's degree from UC Merced, she went on to complete her master's degree in mechanical engineering from San Jose State. Go Spartans! Throughout her career, she has distinguished herself not only through technical expertise and leadership, but also through her dedication to advancing the opportunities for women and future engineers. Her accomplishments have earned her national recognition, including Campos EPC Inaugural Woman of the Year Award, recognition in 2024 Greater Irvine Chamber 40 Under 40 Award honoree, and a finalist for the Los Angeles Times Studio Inspirational Woman of the Year Award. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Christine Lindblom.
Thank you, Chancellor. But good morning, Bobcats. Wow. Can I just take a moment and say how incredible all of you look right now? "20 years ago, this campus began with persistent little third graders from Merced and a community full of heart. People who dared to imagine a world-class university in their own backyard for their future families. Because of that one dream and a ton of postcards, the Regents listened. And even though it was full of fairy shrimp, they still chose to build UC Merced right here in the heart of the valley. And the founding chancellor, well, she stood on this land, surrounded by unfinished buildings, and said simply, 'Let us begin.' 3 words, that's all it took, and here we are. Now, 15 years ago, a young woman walked across the stage just like this one, clutching a mechanical engineering degree with shaking hands, a proud family in the audience, and absolutely no idea what was coming next. That was me. My name is Christian Lindblom, UC Merced alum, class of 2011, and today I get to do something I never imagined when I was sitting exactly where you're sitting right now. Kind of. I was in the bowl over there where you have these big, beautiful buildings. I get to come back to where it began. So to the class of 26, congratulations, you've done it. And to the families who drove hours, rearranged their lives, and maybe already cried in the parking lot, thank you. These degrees have your fingerprints on it too. And to UC Merced, thank you for being the kind of place that believes in people, regardless of where they come from, before the rest of the world even knows their name. Now, I need to be honest with you. When I got here as a freshman, I wasn't sure I belonged. I was the only girl in most of my classes, and engineering was relentless. But in the middle of all of that, one thing, or really one person, stood out. I kept noticing that same guy in every single one of my classes. And by the time we got to Dr. Viney's integrated calc and physics class, yeah, sounds a lot, right? I finally walked up to him and said, "You're in all of my classes. We're gonna be best friends." Bold, right? That was Jared, now my husband, and through every hard exam and every season since, he's been right by my side, including here with me today. Some of you have that person in this crowd. The friend, the roommate, the housemate, right? The lab partner who refused to let you quit. But you know what? Even with them, there was still night in those dorms right over there, staring at problem sets that made no sense, feeling intimidated by engineering classes that made me wonder if I could really do it. Maybe you know that feeling. Maybe you felt it last week during finals. And maybe you're still feeling it right now. Hear this clearly. That doubt was not a sign that you did not belong. It was proof you were doing something that mattered. The engineers and scientists who change the world are never the ones who never struggled. They are the ones who struggled, felt it fully, and kept going anyway. For me, that turning point came in my materials class junior year. We studied what makes materials hold and what makes them fail. And somewhere between those equations and labs, I stopped thinking about engineering as a career and started thinking about it as a calling. I realized people's lives depend on quality engineering. My community depends on it. And that became my compass. It led me into natural gas, oil, and the energy industry. Pipelines, infrastructure, the unglamorous, essential work of keeping people safe. I didn't set out to become a director or an owner or earn prestigious industry awards. I set out to maintain the integrity of one pipeline. And that one purpose, held tightly, believed in deeply, opened every door that has followed. So find your purpose, hold it tightly, and let it open your doors. So to every woman here, every person of color, every first-generation graduate, everyone who ever looked around and wondered if the room was built for someone else, it was. And you walked in anyway. That took courage. That is being bold. These industries are safer, smarter, stronger when people like us are in them. And what you bring isn't just a degree, it is emotional intelligence, resilience, the fire that comes from having to climb just a little higher and still show up with excellence. That fire is your greatest competitive advantage. Never dim it for anyone. And when you walk into your first interview, your degree, yeah, it'll open the doors, but you have to walk through it. And what makes you unforgettable is how you communicate under pressure, how you treat people when no one is watching, and how you lift a room instead of just filling a seat. Listen as well as you calculate. Ask the question. Emulate, don't imitate, and be someone people trust. And here's something I want you to write on your hand for your very first day of work. Everything is a win when the goal is experience. Every room you sit in, every project you touch, every mistake you make, it is all experience, and it is building you. And when the rejection comes, let it redirect you, not define you. The right door is waiting for someone exactly like you. Engineering and science taught you to solve for the unknown, and life will ask you to do the same, not with equations, but with courage. The variable you're always solving for is you. So I want to acknowledge my husband and my best friends who are all right here with me at UC Merced. They were there on the hardest days, the moments I quietly wanted to give up, and because of them, I found the courage to stay in the fight. Now look around you. Look to your left, look to your right. Look at your study partner and that friend who texted you, "You've got this" at midnight. Those are your people. Carry them. My mom always said, "Learn, baby, learn, so you can earn, baby, earn." She gave me the hunger. My dad, he insisted I get the degree, so I gave him not one, but two, my bachelor's and my master's. For my brother, I wanted to show him it was possible that someone from our family, from our culture, could walk across a stage like this. Not only did he do it, he excelled. And now I have two little boys of my own, hi Oliver and Noah. Every day I show up, not just for my career and community, but for them. Because the most important speech I will ever give isn't this one. It's the one that lives through my example, not just my words. And I want them to see it I want them to see what it looks like, to chase something that matters and never quit. So even when it was hardest, just me alone at 2 a.m. in Cathedral with nothing left, what carried me through wasn't a deadline, it was belief in myself. I had made it this far, so why stop now? So I'm asking you to do the same. Stay hungry, earn it. And when the doors open and the dream arrives, don't you forget where you came from. Don't forget this valley. Don't forget this campus. Don't forget the people who sacrificed to get you here and the ones who are watching, waiting to follow in your footsteps. So go, build your career, grab it with both hands, and then turn around and reach right back. Mentor the students standing where you once stood. Give the speech. Show up for the next generation the way someone showed up for you. That is how we pay it forward. That is how this circle never breaks. UC Merced is 20 years young, and some of you are the same age as this university. You grew up together. This place, built in a valley full of grit and promise, grew into something extraordinary, and so did each of you. Every single person crossing this stage is proof of what happens when someone refuses to accept the limits the world tries to place on them. And now it is your turn. So look up at the sky above the San Joaquin Valley, look back at your family, look sideways at the person who survived this with you, and then look forward. 20 years ago, it was said, let us begin. And they built something on vision and courage before the world had a chance to catch up. Today, you are that something. The world may not know your name yet, but we do. Every single person here at UC Merced is betting on you. So now go begin. Congratulations, class of 2026. Go Bobcats.
Indeed. Thank you, Christian. We have begun. Thank you. Now, please help me welcome your student speaker, Robert Hicks. Let me say that a second time in case you don't know Robert. Robert Hicks, a mechanical engineering major from Rancho Cucamonga. While at UC Merced, he worked as a student assistant in the UC Merced Library and student technology consultant with the Office of Information Technology. He was the engineering senator for the Associated Students of UC and a member of the National Society of Black Engineers and Sigma Chi fraternity. He received the Engineering Leadership Award in 2023 and the Excellence in CAD Design Award in 2004. His outstanding experience, 2024. His outstanding experience includes 2024, Robert, 24. His outstanding experience includes completing a senior capstone project with Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. After graduation, he has a job offer to begin his career as a field service engineer with Eaton Corporation in Virginia. I think he might actually have several professional opportunities. Please help me welcome to the podium your student speaker, Robert Hicks.
Thank you, Chancellor Munoz. Good morning, everyone. When I think about how I got here, I do not think success first. I think about the moments I almost felt like I did not belong. Growing up and going to a predominantly white high school, there were days where I felt like I was just trying to figure out things on my own. Not because anyone told me I could not be there, but because I did not always see what my future was supposed to look like. And that feeling, it does something to you. It makes you question yourself. It makes you hesitate. And for a while, I carried that with me. I came into college without having everything figured out. Honestly, I don't think I ever really felt ready. But at some point, I realized something. If I kept waiting until I felt ready, I was never going to move. So I started showing up anyway, even when I felt out of place, even when I felt unsure, even when I felt like I was the only one still figuring it out. And slowly, things started to change. Not all at once, not in some big moment, but in small ones. It was the late nights with people who went from strangers to family. It was walking into rooms where I did not always feel the most prepared, but choosing to stay anyways. It was finding community, not by accident, but by putting myself there. Through the Associated Students of UC Merced, I found people who treated me like family, not just coworkers. Through the National Society of Black Engineers, I found people who reminded me I belonged in engineering, especially on the days I questioned it. Through Sigma Chi, I found a brotherhood that held me accountable, pushed me to grow, and stood by me through everything. But the moments that stayed with me the most were not the ones you put on a resume. They were the quiet ones. Helping at the Early Childhood Education Center during Easter egg hunts and realizing how something small could mean everything to someone else. Standing in Merced parades and feeling for the first time connected to something bigger than just myself. Handing out care packages to people experiencing homelessness in Merced and realizing how easy it is to walk past someone and how powerful it is to stop. And through those experiences, I started to see Merced differently. Not just as a place where I went to school, but as a community that I was a part of, a city that is growing, changing, and full of potential. And in a lot of ways, we've grown alongside it. We came into a campus that is still building its identity, still evolving, still creating opportunities, and just like this university and this city, we have been figuring things out as we go. That's what makes this place special. Because here, you are not just a student passing through. You are a part of something that is being built. Those moments changed me. They made me realize that this journey was never just about getting a degree. It was about becoming someone who shows up for people, for community, for something bigger than just myself. And over time, those choices led me to opportunities I never thought I would have. But the truth is, none of that came from having everything figured out. It came from showing up over and over again. Before all of this, I was just a kid taking apart phones, working on computers, and falling in love with cars. I did not have a plan. I just followed what I was curious about. And somehow, that led me here. To my parents, thank you for everything you have sacrificed so I could stand here today. And to the people I met here, the ones that became my family, thank you for helping me become someone I am proud of. So to the class of 2026, if you take away anything from this, let it be this. There will be moments where you feel like you do not belong, where you feel behind, where you feel unsure. Do not let those moments stop you. Let them push you, because you do not need to have everything figured out. You just need to keep showing up. And one day, you will look back at all the moments you've doubted yourself and realize those are the moments that built you. Thank you, and shout out to the class of 2026. We did it. Congrats, guys.
Thank you, Robert. And now is the time, graduates, that you've all been waiting for, the conferral of your degrees. The degrees conferred by the University of California attest to scholastic achievement and thus represent the fulfillment of its university's primary mission of teaching. Public service announcement. As every reminder, degrees will be officially awarded following certification by the Office of the Registrar that all requirements have been satisfied. It's now time for the conferral of the baccalaureate degrees. Today we will confer nearly 800 degrees, and the candidates will be recognized as they cross the stage. At this time, I'd like to invite Dean Goel from the School of Engineering and Chancellor Munoz to the podium for the conferral of baccalaureate degrees. Thank you all for your patience as we recognize each of our graduates.
Will the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Engineering please rise if you can? Chancellor Munoz, I am honored to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Engineering. These candidates are poised to push the boundaries of knowledge in their respective fields and tackle the engineering grand challenges of our times. They are, without question, destined to contribute to making our world a better place for everyone.
Thank you, Dean Goyle. Students, now, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I now confer upon you your baccalaureate degrees with all the insignia, with all the rights, honors, privileges, and all of the responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Bachelor's degree recipient, please take your seats and proceed to the stage as your row is called.
Kiara Amari Marie Garati Rubinol, Robert Patrick Hicks, Kira Dira Dorian, Brian Adrian Arroyo, Michael Angel Besseril, Manuel Cruz Cavero, Michaela Lim Go, Ricardo Orozco, Emmanuel Alexander Garcia, Edmund John Dizon Montero, Robert Louis Howard III, Efosa Ivan Omorageva, Austin James Trakowski, Basha T. M. Lennon, Xavier Ignacio Barajas, Hannah Amarachi Ogbona, Jesus Ignacio Enriquez, Salvador Plancarde Jr., Naomi Sammy Baba, Andres Alonso Franco, Max Fenton Niederberger, Thomas Jacob Nierim, Edwin Efren Casillas, Sarah Len Nee Riley, Mina Love Yamar White, Mauricia Leah Johnson, Max Miguel de Ornelas, Khadija Anaya Ray Bird, Jillian Shong, Nirvan Mera, Melvin Enrique Sanchez Mejia, Addison Kerner Ogantala, Sienna Helena Garibaldi, Young Guo, Jaden James Landavazo, Ashwin Bijith, Georgie Ezequiel Pacheco, Vincent Mark Lucio, Tristan Bolano Santos, Marco Andres Boteo, Brian Stephen Ixcoy, Antonio Miguel Hernandez, Luis Alberto Cortés, Marco Antonio Salinas, Josue Galdamez, Hector Antonio Hernandez, Alexander Perez, Jericho Isaiah Poston, Fidel Rios, Jovan De Angelo Reyes, Teddy Kabakungan Estantino Jr., Jeff Liu, Gary Liu, Joshua Estuardo Estrada, Case Russell Bryson, Lance Nathan Romero, Maury Escalante, George Edward Ambris, Daniel Honorato Rodriguez, Channing Dong, Francisco Gutierrez Jr., Anson Chow, Jonas Abraha, Jack Postlethwaite, Alvin Chen, Aiden Paul Jamalian, Vishal Adityapuram Venkateswaran, Brad John Walpa, Javier Quiros Aldana, Vincent Kwang Chen, Sarwesh Chandramouli, Daniel Min Tai Le, Luis Alberto Quiros, Anthony Rojas, Varsha Vinod, Daniel Neri Marroquin, Sri Sashidari Nori, Tiffany Lucille Dasha Costa, Nitya Srikari Narahari, Cesar Munoz, Mahika Shah, Ervin Adrian Rodriguez, Jason Johnson, Alexander Jacob Mendoza, Eric David Spalding, Diego Enrique Diaz, Alan Huang, Ruby Rhea Here, Rylan Anthony Murray, Maddie Eleanor McGrath, Christian Kubzu Mwanathua, Sharvin Mandrekar, Jocelyn Rodriguez, Emmanuel Topete, Adrian Cruz Martinez, Ibrahim Clyde Sayed, Dylan James Ward, Arham Ali, Andrew S. Orr, Abdurrahman Raza, Flavio Herrera, Mohammed Amir Kabaza, Armando Samuel Mendoza Cruz, Sukhman Gil, Jose Alfredo Lopez Jr., Jason Basuta, Ivan Ponce, Javeer Singh, Cody Pang, Ajit Paul Singh, Jason Pasio, Surbi Ashutosh Salgarkar, Ting Yao Isaac Lee, Isa Labria, Yuhuan Zhen, Annika Gesala, Oscar Stephen Zhang, Alessandro Aguilar Miramontes, Nicholas Perez Yen, Debogiati Ray, Arturo Aparicio Jr., Alan Leon Arevalo, Luis Santiago Gomez, Armando Jose Sanchez, Yash S. Dillon, Alex Edward Villa, Joseph Ryan New, Zachary Holt English, Alex William Wan, Michael Haitian Wang, Martin Aaron Perez Rodriguez, Zaid Hisham Andre, Sean Balbin Gators, Joshua Kendrick Edmund Macias, Rudy Jr. Cazares, Itzel Nade Camacho, Amok Reddy Madileti, Pascual Braulio Hernandez Lopez, Jedediah Kong Meng Vang, Archit Bat, Sylvia Sid Valdez, Adrian Hernandez, Diana Flores, Evan Joshua Tso, Navroop Kaur, Carlos Daniel Lascano Mejia, Amrit Singh Dehal, Nick Ta, Arshdeep Daliwal, Austin Ho Lum Wong, Ajay Singh Gruwal, Aaron Runberget, Jessica Sani, Eric Kuhn, Mia Marina Estrada, Timofey D. Lisensky, Kate Marie Tapiador, Alex Soriano, Dula Anayi Leon Lopez, Brian Adair Saldivar, Pavel Diaz, Matthew J. Cum, Autumn Megan Pangelinin, Julian Olaviano, Alessandro Hansel Valdovinos Rodriguez, Nathan David Delgado, Ian Aku Locke, Lisa Marie Brady, Marco Asuncion Buhat, Rania Banga, Guillermo Stephen Murillo, Cameron Wynn, Christian Ray Lucetta, Andrew Fang, Teep Win, Kyle Robbie Laga, Elijah Kurt Olson, Jacob Ryan Stanford, James Eric Fong, Dana Paula Jimenez Calderon, Joshua Landon Thomas, Sarai Roman, Vladislav Rutsky, Aditi Srinivas, Lassie Oscari Savanto, Kenny Vang, Reese Matthew Collins, Melissa Viridiana Aguilar, Ife Tall, Nicolas Gonzalez, Manjot Singh Upal, Shibundum Ifiemi Moses Gombo, Daniel C. Sanchez, Rigoberto Rivas, Blake Davis Hoff, Enrique Moreno, Enrique Rangel, Cesar Adolfo Torresillas, Jonathan Alexis Camacho Hernandez, Eduardo Zavala Alvarez, Kevin Alberto Dolores, Cesar Yepes, David Paredes, Alberto Alonso Mariscal Gradia, Gurkarn Singh, Jesus R. Jacopo, Aaron Daniel Rosales, Aaron Perez Molinero, Serafine Stauch, Daniel Ortiz Vasquez, Evan Liu, Alan Prado, Brad Yee, Estacy Gutierrez Hernandez, Taylor James Enquist, David Calilao San Pedro, Leonel Galindo Pimentel, Edward Junpu Lau, Andres Roberto Cardenas, Edward Tishin Kwan, Gregorio Emiliano de San Juan Solis Urrutia, Alexander Quinn Glasgow, Alan Gael Orozco Villarreal, Jameson Rose, Gavin Alexander Alfaro, Christian K. Parker, Yeyun Son, Kavyasri Surapaneni, Jonathan Fernando Rivera Lopez, Rachana Adarapu, Valentin Xavier Gonzalez, Prachi Trivedi, Mark Morales, Pavneet Kaur Dillon, Anthony A. Track, Adith Ashwin Upadhyaya, Caleb D. Johnson, Chandrasekharan Govindarajan, Henry Abraham Valladares, Rohan Vinod, Jonathan Ramirez, Gaurav Dinesh Tolani, Anthony Ramirez, Pranavanand Tadepalli, Nicolas Garcia Salgado, Jeremy Wu, Kanye Sertsu Abraha, Alexandris Maris Brainerd, Isaac Jose Leva, Ishan K. Chawla, Christopher Zui Pham, Ishan Kocharlakota, Aaron Xiong, Aram Shikyan, Audrey S. Huang, Richie Nicholas Friedland, Susanna Gamino, Sean Thomas Edison Grant, Roxana Guadalupe Rodriguez Rangel, Alvin Saturn, Savio Jabo, Alexander Joseph Hammer, Dylan Michael Kays, Brian William Schieffer, Patrick David Vasquez, Brian Patino Vargas, Randy Abby Serrano, Jorge Andre Rodriguez Cortez, Parthib Roy, Julian Lee, Laith Samer Daras, Chandra Hus Kantiti, Chiwen Hu, Sahil Lokanandi, Miranda Rose Beta, Vaibhav Kumar, Raghav Rishabh Sinha, Brandon Miles Wong, Akash Sant, Han Jia No, Noah Sangyun Kim, Sivani Pora, Ikena Namdi Emachete, Anvita S. Kisara, Christian V. Heel, Isaiah Nazario Sugay Ortega, Diego Sandoval, Brian Huynh, James Ken Dyer, Timothy Hui Lei, Tyler Adrian Roman, Ramir Diego Ablao Concepcion, Joshua Wei Lee, Kyle On, Nathan B. Nugent, Cody Mananquil Cuento, Jaden Antonio Menchaca, Joshua Jiaxin Liu, Tyler Ray Hooks, James Dewey Huang, Sam Oliver Hubble, Brandon Matthew Quash, Darsh Ganga Kadekar, Bryant Olmos, Neil Ravi Nambisan, Shayan Han, Jenabu Ba, Nicholas James Sultana, Natalie Elena Parker, Andrew Creighton King, Ethan C. Reed, Robert A. St. Martin, Isaac G., Jacob Michael Wyman, Seyuz Shrestha, Jonathan Anaya, Roman Diaz Pliego, Jacobo Bernard Villaverde, Marcos Endalesio Talamantes, Jonathan Ranjay Casipali, Edwin Arturo Reyes, Mario Velez, Luis Garibay III, Angel Daniel Guardado, Chandika Ramesh, Kabir Malik, Emma Phuong Countryman, Aditya Ghosh, Ethan Alexander Carr, Ashish Prem Sethi, Aryan Mishra, Parthiv Keshav, Paula Garcia, Christopher de la Rosa Crisostomo, Kidus Netzanet, Romesa Aslam, Benjamin Conrad Hufner, Titlali Morales Santoyo, Alejandro Javier Ortiz, Ludmila Bolotov, Kyle Timothy Lai, Gauri Saravanan, Srivatsan Arun Kumar, Nithi Surrender, Aaron Scott Castiglione, Emily Lekana Mam, Eva Vung, Haofeng Mei, Zhen Zheng Liu, Annika Ros Ledesma Juaneza, Victoria Ching Lee, Erica Ray Cruz McKeeling, Richard He Yang, Christopher Hernandez, Tony James Erlin Harper, Chase James Nagel, Danielle Alejandro Ordaz, Emil Gill, George Perez, Ty Lay, Angel Mauricio Fabian Alvarez, Alex Jr. Jimenez, Alexander Duran Ramirez, Yanni Carides, Elijah Paulo Vaz Denise, Mark Philippe Nyang, Emmanuel Fabian Marin, Adrian Raul Botello, Jose Brian Lopez Hernandez, Luther Gerald Pavellini, Nicholas Louis Mendoza, James Ray Hoey, Kyle Christian Schaefer, Maxim J. Hom, Ronan Michael Tangan, Jasmine Giching Lau, Ethan Yuyan Tsai, Gabriela Isabel Lopez Guzman, Livy Maria Sebastian, Lisbeth Perez, Joe Samuel Roche, Shauna Renee Reyes, Jayesh Chowdhury, Jonathan Lopez Hernandez, Pavan Sanagana, David Lee Hernandez, Luis Alexander Peña, Denis Chaus, Ethan Daniel Jaimes, Ayub El Sadiq, Joshua Joe Cervantes, Andrew N. Woolery, Carlos Javier Pastor Encarnacion, Kelvin Cotto, Darshini Bosker, Nicholas Lee Pinto, Brianna Gonzalez, Eduardo Castellon Cerrato, Jacqueline Sandoval Canela, Dmitry Vyacheslav Filimonov, Kayla Marie McCoy, Noah Smith Elliott, Javier Maldonado, Justine Tejada, Ian Michael Barry Smith, Michael Ponpo, Sukmanjot Kaur, Nancy Huiju Gu, Ricardo Arevalo, Anthony Einar Gonzalez, Alejandro Lopez Vaca, Jack H. Berry, Esosa Osaro Ogogo, Aliza Ramos, Mansour Sharifi, Evan Lucas Arcega, Alexandra Victoria Vivier, Mark I. Julian, Pedro Caro Gastelum, Marlene Perez Gill, Diel Pellegrini, Alicia Williams, Than Dui Vu, Sakshi Reddy Poduturu, Ivan Guan Lun, Akshaya Natrajan, Ella Nikolayevna Drobenyuk, Ailisha Shukla, Anthony Gabriel Velasquez, Prirana Pramod Somarapu, Brandon Tomas Faria, Leslie Covarrubias Machoro, Email Tadena Pascual,
Kyra Alexa Ruiz.
Brendan Xavier Delipe, Carlos Memije, Hunter Sean Bigman, Kiara J. De Vera Kuntapai, Javon Jesse Hudgens, Hadia Tofan, Alexa Giovanna Garcia, Ryan Adrian Lee, Nicholas Shenoy,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. You have a little speech, but it's okay. Don't worry. You don't have to do it. You're good. Will the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Natural Sciences please rise? Chancellor Munoz, I am honored to present the baccalaureate degree candidates from the School of Natural Sciences. Today, as we celebrate the end of one remarkable journey for each of our graduates, I am reminded that the comedian Trevor Noah once said, "Travel is the antidote to ignorance." Science is driven by much the same idea, the belief that discovery begins when we move beyond the familiar and remain open to new ideas, new evidence, and new perspectives. Today, we celebrate graduates who have undertaken that journey. They leave UC Merced prepared, not simply to succeed in their fields, but to help bridge divides, solve problems, and illuminate new possibilities for their communities and the world. Fiat Lux.
Thank you, Dean Finlander. Now, let me ask you to please, okay, you're already standing. Now, students, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I now officially confer upon you your baccalaureate degree with all of the rights, all of the insignia, the honors, the privileges, and all of the responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Michael.
Bachelor's degree recipients, please take your seats and then proceed to the stage as your row is invited.
Now presenting the baccalaureate degree recipients for the School of Natural Sciences. Sajun Emmanuel Napoli, Kareem Samar Solomon, Gagandeep Kaur, Mylene M. Jaramillo Vega, Ananya Thakur, Linsley Jasmine Frausto, Gurnur Kaur, Muhammad Muaz, Ramandeep Kaur Dosanjh, Kaiva Pulwanane Davis, Sarah Kaoru Reader, Henna Carlos, Sriranga Krishnan Srinivasa Nadador, Colin Gerard Ryan,
Eliza Gohun Hugh.
Semiramis Thanasescu, Nasala Young, Manjot Singh Chima, Moises Maldonado Machuca, Jose Humberto Lopez Arce, Sarah Emily Holden, Laura Angela Pena, Nathan Carlos Lorenco, Monica Guevara, Adam Andrew Lee, Noemi Montiel Castro, David Larry McLachlan III, Vanessa Cervantes, Majd Edin Jawad, Vanessa Arredondo, Ali Hassan Rizvi, Daniela Barrios, Felizardo Salazar, Araceli Mercado Villalba, Alejandro Marin, Anais Leilani Pierre, Anis Laith Hassan, Kudsia Fazli, Sahil Prem Shelat, Desiree Nicole Nikki Ornelas, Penelope Christina Alcala, David Rios, Zulette Orduña, Sammy Bulan, Karenina Isabella Basimio Garlitos, Nicole Unhai Cho, Myron Zedric Alinea Ramirez, Anthony Luis Ramirez, Atria Christine Bizigal, Chandini Nagabhirava, Chelsea Franco, Dakshata Raghavendra, Harpreet Singh, Christian Ratilla Santos, Kiona Nixigis Zhang, Nathan Maury Keller, Sienna Vang, Carl Matthew Mensch, Arudo Joy Ezi, Sara Isabella Cuenco, Nathan Thomas Fukushima, Pratik Bhadracharya, Richard Zarate Jr., Jose Roberto Alvarez, Brian Bruce Lynn, Rowan Everett Rawlings, Reza Mikhail Ibrahim, Soma Hayakawa, Emily Guzman, Rahul Sharma, Gabriela Lisette Seha Zavala, Ashley Huiman Mak, Tristan Jimenez Delgado, Jagveer Singh Sodhi, Victoria Banyaga Barajas, Inderpal Singh, Melissa Leanne Burns, Adam Atif Amar, Gabriela Javana Velona, Zahida Achakze Stanikze, Cassidy Margot Dorita, Zinedine Valdez Delgado, Madison Rose Seed, Adeshnishan Singh Johal, Ellison Kavanaugh Hampton, Jovinjit Kaur Chahal, Claudia Jean Thomas, Mega Sani, Sia Agarwal, Erlene Pimentel, Elisa Yaffe, Ryan Davis Hong, Jacob Trinidad Cole, Srika Manavi Kodur, Jonathan Mansilla Kalau, Jagdev Singh Sangha, Isaiah Lorenzo Navarro, Sofyan Farhad, Joseph Aiden Ventura, Saira Wendy Martinez, Karthik Bhamidi Pati, Kimberly Scarlett Flores Zavaleta, Ryan Tracy Buckner, Chao Yupar Tun, Keith Vincent Bucagnani, Joanna Sanchez Moreno, Morgan H. Unger, Miguel Angel Monzo Lopez, Sabrina Yanis Sanchez Rivera, David Eustacio Flores Avalos, Randy Huawan Mua, David Michael Smythe, Zachung Wang, Miguel Villegas Sanchez, Israel Galeana, Antonio Huizar, Clarissa Marie Fagundes, Esmeralda Concepcion Lopez, Brianna Lisbeth Garcia, Jocelyn Yamilet Jarillo Rodriguez, Dana Muharib, Andrea Alejandra Beltran Alvarado, Jada Marie Welsh, Patricia Ortiz, Jimmy Chen, Jasmine Orea, Melody Nixam Hlub Her, Diego Andres Ferrada, Priya Chandra Singh, Luz Daniela Perez Macias, Catherine Elizabeth Flores, Kayleigh Shaddai Flores, Kyle Curtis Parker, Ashley John, Stephen Vin Tran, Susie Mae Gomes, Brianna Adamaris Molina, Kin May May Lewin, Florentino Sauceda Barasa, Myra Isabel Manzo, Tiffany Jung, Jaime Abel Morfin, Johnny Jeffrey Perez, Eilish Grace Lant, Saman Adil, Montserrat Mendoza Guizar, Priya Lakshmi Tharala, Luis N. Pinacho Rios, Supriya Preet Paul, Alyssa R. Tovar, Adeline Victoria Serrano Guijo, Lisette Martin Martinez, Isabella Marie Ramirez, Erica Gonzalez, Ariana Vasquez, Karina Sarate Jimenez, Yamilet Soriano Luna, Corinna Daisy Duran, Andrea Michelle Ramos Sanchez, Jessica Melanie Perez, Michelle Hernandez Garcia, Edlin Arath Santiago Mendez, Amy Mua, Marcela A. Ramirez Solis, Julissa Itzel Lizama Blanco, Arlie G. Vizcarra Barraza, Catherine Amelie Randolph, Lance Gonzalez Lopez, Deborah Imaobong Johnson, Christopher Ochoa Medina, Adrian Suh Bongnui Sama Ambe, Leslie Duaki Vang, Adrian Gregory Kisu, Viviana Luna, Anton Radko, Alexander Goga, Charlize Emily Barospe, Jonathan Vasquez Perez, Fatia Yetunde Lawal, Ahli Shakir Owais, Serene Nicole Yagayan, Aisha Niriel Soriano Hernandez, Anais Helena Honedel, Michela Gabriela Lopresti, Braulio Arellano, Nimesh Shane Wirasinghe, Sean Mark Raybot, Adrian Zambrano, Jaden Patrick Menina Pepito, Alexis Madrigal Valle, Cord Matthew Gonzaga, Adriana Martinez Diaz, Daniel Pardo Lopez, Giselle Navarrete, Ijanea Irie Nguyen, Lily Iolana Garfield, Simran Sunar, Tianyuan Wang, Darius Ricasa Thrower, Jessica Juarez Vasquez, Kelly Tai, Ruby Lopez, James Donald Stivers Jr., Edith Owusu Essel, Ray Anthony Woodyard, Tatiana Maria Higuereta, Rita Zahid Mirza, Jared Ryan Higuereta, Usman M. Mirza, Gabriela Abigail Jimenez, Xander Amen Abid, Aisha Gorong Kavea, Zachary Thomas Robinson, Tatiana Sitlali Urbina, Nathan Sidney Wellsfree, Isaac Pimentel, Caroline Tang, Sergio Nava, Sharon A. Niaz, Hiesa Chung, Dia Pratik Vakil, Liliana Flores, Kayla Kelly, Angelica Rivera, Sarai Maeda, Brenda Itzel Arellano, Emily Ming Lei, Itzel Barrientos Faburrieta, Ashley Liao, Connor William Jackson, Diana Victoria Torres Ortiz, Ina Lee Yi, Layla Maria Bella Lujan, Linda Rosa Cruz, Kylie Cherie Sullivan, Evan Edward Pham, Josue Lopez, Julie Elizabeth Lopez, Mansirat Kaur Kinda, Thalia Lizaraga, Nicholas Sebastian Korn, Omesh Lirez, Zainab Marie Sadek, Ramneek K. Gill, Rosemarie Naluwoza Kiemba, Kimran Brar, Melissa Quintero Cancino, Namrata Sembi, Ikleen Kaur, Leslie Lizeth Ojeda, Aisha Rehman Horani, Alyssa Amy Paniagua, Janelli Hidalgo, Cynthia Vente, Liliana Maria Gonzalez Urbano, Margarita Alondra Bugarin, Sarah Vang, Cynthia Estela Duran, Hui Hang, Daniel Alexander Minera, Caterine Michelle Martinez Sanchez, Alex M. Velasco, Angel de Santiago, Max Flores, Nicole Anayi Acevedo, Bruce Yuet Wong, Alika Marie Victorino, Ricardo Geronimo, Alexander Gia Bao Trong, Julissa Maya Areola, Kellen Okoji, Miles J. Howard, Isabel Micaela Martinez Robles, Xiaoling Feng, Jasleen Bassi, Jazz Mariah Williams, Ashley Isamar Reyes, Yvonne Natalie Romero, Stephen George Newer, Yaheli Limeta, Damian Suarez, Priscilla Marie Torres, Leticia Edith Eligio, Alan Solorio Salinas, Evelyn Carolina Esteban, Mary Sol Perez, Idella Marie Anderson, Alyssa Nevea Rojo, Citlali Ruiz Cortez, Brighton Luong Ha, Montserrat Alejandra Suarez Sandoval, Hannah Gabriel Bautista, Rocio Rodriguez, Maya Martinez, Ana Emilia Bamaca Diaz, Madison Ray Van Pelt, Angel Andres Roman, Karina Yamileth Rodriguez Fierros, Anissa Adriana Fernandez, Shayan Mirfakrai, Brittany Bridget Alegria Perez, Samantha Kwon-Lin Hunt, Noemi Araceli Mejia Celaya,
Chloe Marenstein.
Celeste Evaristo Hernandez, Alyssa Erica Neha Nath, Alondra Maria Sanchez, Cole Johnson, Sophia Angelina Gias, Olivia Ray Nakamura, Peyton Catherine Pettyjohn, Dolores Yaneli Almanza Martinez, Rafael Christy Henry, Grace Marie Islas, Allison Valeria Bones Funes, Yuliana Dragoilovich, Lisa Lee, Emily Solorio, Michael Porras, Ayan Sukeja Gulati, Francisco Eduardo Gomez, Edwin Tena Ramirez, Terry Y. Liu, Jorge Navarro Zuniga, Abtin Pedramfard, Axel Gabriel Muniz Tello, Giselle Marie Rodriguez Gomez, Omoir Michelle Orianele, Yareli Leon Benitez,
Luis Martinez Jacobo.
Liliana L. Johnson, Mariah Alina Diol, Jesse Ademide Adesokin, Pratik Jirage Pai, D'Angelo Damian Rocha, Marcos Uriel Mayoral, Rachel Calero Kalthoff, Angelica Maravilla Sanchez, Isabel Elena Zavala Lopez,
Elias Nidal Batika.
This concludes the presentation of baccalaureate degree recipients for the School of Natural Sciences.
Again, congratulations, graduates. Now, the tassel on your motorboard rests on the right, symbolizing your candidacy for the baccalaureate degree. Let me ask you to please stand. And now transfer it to the left to signify your transition from candidate to graduate. Thank you. Let me ask you to please take your seats. And now I'd like to invite Miss Eve Delphine to the podium. 20 years ago, she, along with 2 others, made history as part of UC Merced's first graduating class. 3. We've got a little bit more this morning. At that inaugural ceremony, she earned her bachelor's degree in social and cognitive sciences, and 10 years later, she crossed the stage again, earning her master's degree in interdisciplinary humanities. Today, Ms. Delphine returns to welcome our graduates into an alumni community that has grown from 3 to more than 22,000 proud UC Merced Bobcats. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Eve Delphine as she welcomes you, the class of 2026, to UC Merced's Alumni Association.
Good morning, UC Merced. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. I am so excited to be here with you today. My name is Eve Delphine. I am one of the first graduates here at UC Merced over in the La Carretti Auditorium and proud member of the UC Merced Alumni Association and a board of directors of the system-wide UC Chicanx Latinx Alumni Association. Yes. Before I begin, I want to thank my family for being part of this journey. To my kids who are over in that end over there, you can wave. There you go. Okay. Thank you for walking this path with me. To my mom, who was here yesterday, thank you for teaching me the value of education. And to my husband, who didn't know, whenever somebody new comes in our family, and we have a couple that are on their way, we tell them it's a package deal. We all come together. But I forgot to tell him that UC Merced was part of the package. So thanks for being here with us, Armando. 20 years ago, on May 16th, University of California is when the day that I graduated. Merced was more than a new campus. It was a bold idea. It was our biggest sueño. It was a dream planted right here in the Central Valley in a community full of resilience, culture, and heart. And for those of us in that first graduating class, it was something even more personal. It was home, it was a risk, and it was history in the making. Being part of the first graduating class wasn't always easy. There were no traditions waiting for us, no blueprints to follow, and no guarantee. We had to figure it out, echándolo ganas, every single day. We were the blueprint. We built the culture, we shaped the identity, and we proved that this university didn't just belong, it was destined to thrive. What we did have was each other. We built something deeper than friendship. We built familia, as I see some of you had people to greet you when you came down and celebrate with you today. A bond forged in late nights, big dreams, and the shared understanding that we were part of something bigger than ourselves. That connection didn't end when we walked the stage or the bridge. It stayed with us. It still lives in us. Porque cuando uno es parte de ese, algo así nunca se va. Standing here with you, what fills me with pride is seeing how that same spirit lives on. And now, today, graduates, ustedes son parte de ese legado. You carry forward a story rooted in courage, sacrifice, and opportunity. Many of you, like many of us, carry not just your own dreams, but the dreams of your families, de sus padres, de sus abuelos, de todos los que los creyeron en ustedes. And that matters. That is powerful. You inherit a university that is no longer just an idea, it's a force, a place of innovation, research, and transformation. But no get it twisted, you are still pioneers. They called us the pioneers, and you are still pioneers because every generation has its own challenges, its own barriers to break, its own future to redefine. And what connects us across these 20 years is something simple but powerful, and that's ganas. The drive to push forward, the courage to step into the unknown, the belief that where you come from does not limit where you go, it fuels it. That's the UC Merced spirit. So as you move forward, remember this: your degree is not just yours. It belongs to your story, your family, your community. It represents sacrifice, resilience, and love. We built the foundation. Ustedes están construyendo el futuro. Y si estos últimos 20 años nos han enseñado algo, es esto. When you lead with your heart, with purpose, and with comunidad, there is nothing you can't achieve. So felicidades, class of 2026. We are proud of you siempre. Que viva! And I invite you and welcome you to the UC Merced alumni. With pride, I now present our alma mater.
In the soil, a dream was planted. In the rich earth, just a seed. The ground was tilled so tenderly to cultivate the best in me. And the seed grew to a garden. As far as I can see, she welcomed me with open arms that gave life to my dreams. Her lantern's light shines so bright for the world to see.
Thank you again for joining us as we mark this momentous and joyous occasion in the lives of these brilliant scholars and future leaders. And again, on behalf of the University of California, our Board of Regents, our faculty, our staff, congratulations. 20 years ago, our founding Chancellor, Carol Tomlinson Kesey, famously remarked, "There were many times when people said this day would never come, but here we are." She proclaimed, "We will transform the lives of the next generation. We'll help educate the youth who will become our leaders." And you most certainly will become that. This vision was her legacy to you. She said, "Our university will not be finished in 20 years. That's today. Not in 50 years, not in many lifetimes." But as you heard earlier, she ended that by saying, "Let us begin." And so I say to you once more, congratulations as you set out into the world to create your own legacy for yourselves, for your families, and for UC Merced. Now is the moment for you to begin, to create that magnificent legacy. In doing so, always remember that you are part of UC Merced, and UC Merced will now forever be a part of you. And remember that when we go big, we go Cats. Now please remain in your seats While the Grand Marshal and official party faculty and graduates leave the venue, una vez más, muchas felicidades. Once again, congratulations.